So originally I had recorded like a 20-minute long video, but I wanted to like greatly cram it down because a lot of it was just me rambling like usual. So yeah, I'm going to try and cover everything related to Aspire's Battlefront that's happened over the last week in just one nice clean video. To start with the important things, mod support has been improved slightly, not massively. There's now the core 1.3 features are now in a patch. Just make sure you grab the one that says mod support and extended features. This will come with basically the fake console, a couple of quality of life improvements because it has the 1.3 patch, and it will also come with the updated zero patch, which will basically make sure that the majority of mods will work. Skin changes work with this now. There's probably loads of other like little script extender mods that will work. The only thing we haven't covered yet are errors and game modes. Don't worry, they're in the works, and they should be out with the next revision, which will come out with Aspire's patch 2. For dedicated server hosting, there is now the SWF2 admin has a pre-release build for Aspire's game. I've had some issues with it. Hopefully, it will still work. This will allow you to host servers on the main server list. People will be able to see your servers and stuff. It will work out fine. If you don't know what you're doing with this, then I'd probably say stay away. But if you are interested in hosting your own dedicated server, just know that you will have to own another copy of the game on Steam on an alt account in order to host on the Classic Collection. We can't host dedicated servers on console at the moment, but to be honest, I think that's just a case of us perhaps finding the port that they're hosting them on. Maybe. Although that's assuming that the auth key that you're given for your Steam account will work on the console versions, which I don't think they will. But yeah, those are the two big community developments I think people need to be aware of. Dedicated server software and... dedicated server manager, I should say, and a extended mod patch. This is what's going to be where we upload patches from now on. We'll try and keep this updated. We are going to be like rapidly changing how things work. So every time we make a change, I will try and make a video covering it. But at the moment, this basically works the same like any mod. Basically, it works the same as it did for the original game, but we're probably going to change a few things in future. If you're a modder, I'm going to be releasing a tool set soon that's going to basically cover the majority. Oh, thank you for choosing to get up in the middle of my recording, dog. There you go. Yeah, if you're a modder, I'm going to be releasing a modding toolkit that is going to make it a lot easier to create mods that work with both versions of the game. If you're waiting for Battlefront 1 mods, I'm afraid you're going to be out of luck because we'll go into that in a second. I think the next topic I'm going to cover is the Aspire drama covered by IGN. You know, the fact that if you Google Aspire and the word mod, yeah, it's not good. I think for a while, if you even like Googled Classic Collection, yeah, the stories are still here. It's like a big deal. I've like reached low levels of internet fame. Like my fucking tweet went mental. Yes, like 2 million views. Yeah. It's been blown out of proportion slightly. There isn't like nothing more is going to happen. It's kind of already old news for me. I think it's old news for everyone. Aspire haven't responded. They haven't reached out. They're not going to. It is quite clear they want nothing to do with me, which is a real shame because I wasn't going to ask for anything except maybe a Steam Workshop, but that's by the by. Yeah, how Aspire have handled the situation isn't great, isn't ideal. I deliberately pushed them to see if I could basically get a line of contact. It hasn't worked, and yeah, as far as I'm aware, with the latest patch, this is all removed. from the files completely, but it is going to forever bother me that the fact that if I find early reviews and stuff of the game on PlayStation 5, I'm going to constantly see this as Ventress, because Young Junko uploaded his review of the games, and he's got footage of her, and that's forever going to haunt me. But you know, the coverage has been nice, and I'm pretty much, I've got nowhere else to go. I can't pursue. All the people saying that I should pursue this legally, yes, I can, but it's not worth it. I don't have a strong enough case, since they're only using some very minor custom art assets. It's not, due to the dubious nature of my mod, it's not worth pursuing. Had they used my script and code as well, then I could absolutely tear them a new arsehole, but I can't, and I'm not going to. That was never my intention. My intention was to get the official ones added, which they have done. I just wish they hadn't lied to me and made me basically have to follow up. But yeah, it's all in the past. It's all done with. We're going to move on. I want to push for other things, and yeah. Aspyr do seem to be actively supporting the game. They have fixed some of the more major issues. There's still a colossal issue of the fact that net regions are in effect, are enforced. I think international connection needs to be a thing, because it just simply isn't enough players off peak for the game to be fun. Even now, 5 minutes ago, I went into the server browser. The busiest server had 9 players on. And for reference, if we went on the original legacy PC version, there's pretty much going to be a guaranteed a full server. So Aspyr really needs to fix that. They really need to open up connections, and it's not going to make things unplayable. It's 2024. We can do cross-continental connections. I play more games for Americans than I do, fellow Europeans. It needs fixing. That's the top priority. And then I think if they really want the support of the rest of the community, they should also definitely add Steam Workshop support, and it's possible, it's doable, and there wouldn't be any problems. If they're concerned about anything with adding Steam Workshop, I've been, annoying you for the last couple of weeks. Get my contact details. I've kind of promoted myself to community spokesman at this point, so yeah, I know what they need, I know what they want. But yeah, the general vibe I'm getting in the community has shifted over the last week. Straight after release, most modders just immediately discredited the Classic Collection entirely. So a lot of veteran modders are just not interested in supporting this at all, which is frustrating, because it's going to really hamper our ability to fix the game in future. We're holding off on actually fixing or changing files just until Aspyr's clearly done patching the game, because, well, every change we'd make would immediately get undone, and then we'd have to redo it. So we're just keeping hands off for now. Our only focus is keeping mod support going, and making sure everything that already worked on the original Battlefront 2 is brought over. You can see that here. You can see that with the SWF2 admin guys. They're doing it as well. It's just about making sure that for the future, everything that worked in the past will work again. Yeah. As for Steam Deck users, I'm going to look into Steam Deck modding this weekend. I know it's a week late, but I just haven't had the time to set up my Steam Deck at my desk to basically, fuck around trying to mod it. But yeah, that's on my to-do list. I'll get back to you on a video if the Steam Deck modding works out. Switch users, I've also got to look into you, don't worry. So if you have a modded Switch, you will be able to install modified versions of the game. The end goal, I'm hoping, is if they do a physical release on Switch, is that we can MIG it. And basically, if you have a MIG Switch, you can install mods in cartridge form on an unmodded Switch, which I think will be absolutely fantastic. But yeah, things are moving. The lack of support, Battlefront 1 especially, I said early in the video that if you're in Battlefront 1, you're going to be out of luck. that is because there's very few Battlefront 1 modders left, and mods need to be recompiled, and there doesn't seem to be anyone willing to go through and do that. So, like, Giftec, who's like one of the big Battlefront 1 modders at the moment, has just said he's not supporting this release at all. This might change in a few months. I myself might continue to backport Battlefront 1 mods, but it's just a kind of wait and see situation, and just obviously keep an eye on this channel, and I will upload them as I will upload mods, and then, you know, like the PlayStation 2 mod showcases, I'll do that and be like, oh yeah, if I've made a video on this random Battlefront 1 mod on PC, it means it works in the Classic Collection. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. I think I've covered everything that's important. Basically, I'm done fighting Aspire. Mod support is improved. Dedicated server support is improved. The general community consensus is overly negative. There is a couple dozen of us that are going to continue to support the Classic Collection as best as possible. I will be releasing a modding toolkit to make, you know, developing for each platform a lot easier, so that, you know, it'll just be easier to develop mods. People will start releasing mods, and they will just work better on every version. Because I'm certain it's only a couple files that need to exist for the Classic Collection in a specific folder, and that'll be all. But yeah, stick around. If you want to, like, actually get my review and opinion on Classic Collection, there's loads of videos of me out there now, because I'm now a really minor internet celebrity, which is fucking terrible. I'm like god tier modder now, which is amazing. But yeah, thanks. This has been I'm a Shaman. Subscribe, and yeah, wait until I have something more important to post.